Hey guys, today's video as promised is my glam brow tutorial. So I'm just starting with combing through my brows with a spoolie just to make sure all the hairs are in place. So before I fill in my brows, no matter what product I'm using, I like to outline them with concealer, and today I wanted to use the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Vanilla. So I'm taking that on the Waver 322 brow line brush, and I'm just placing this underneath my brows and then dragging the concealer downwards towards my eyelids. I love using this concealer trick because it's also really good if you're trying to grow out your brows or you've not had them done in a while, because the concealer really covers up any stray hairs and also gives you a nice sharp line so that you know exactly where you to fill in, because if your eyebrows are looking a bit bushy, it's sometimes a bit more difficult to fill them in how you normally like them to. This doesn't apply to me right now because I've just had my eyebrows done. I've had HD brows done, so they're looking a bit full and darker than they normally are since they get tinted in that process. But yeah, this concealer trick is really good for when your eyebrows are looking a bit crazy. But yeah, so I'm just moving on to the other eye, and again just placing the concealer underneath my brows and then dragging it downwards towards my eyelid. Whenever I'm doing a more glam look, I always use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade, and I use the shade Dark Brown. I love this pomade. At first it's really difficult to use. Like the very first time I used it, my eyebrows looked absolutely horrific. They were like drawn on all over my face, but once you get into the habit of using just a nice light coating of the product, you don't need too much. It lasts such a long time, and yeah, I love it. So I apply this with the Anastasia number 7 brush. I think that's the best brush to use for it. So when I'm filling my eyebrows with the Dipbrow Pomade, I like to start by drawing a line underneath. So I just start on the very underside of my brows and draw a line all the way from the middle section of my brow all the way to the tip, and then I start working on top as well, dragging it downwards towards the tail. And on the tail of my brows, it's a little bit thinner than it should be, so that's where I spend most of the time filling in and just adding a little bit of shape to that. And then I just take whatever's left on the brush and just fill in the top of my brows so it looks like a kind of more symmetrical shape. My eyebrows are kind of a bit wonky sometimes, but yes, I just take whatever's left on the brush just to make that as symmetrical as I can. Then I brush through my brows with the spoolie again just to make sure the product is evenly distributed throughout my brows and that there's no like chunks or anything. And that's one brow done. You can see how it compares to the other one. So now I'm just going on to my other brow, and again starting with the underside of the brow, taking it from the middle of the brow to the tip, dragging it all the way to the tail and then filling on top once I'm done with that. Filling in the underside of my brow is where I use the most product. I tend to not use that much product on top of my actual brow since I don't think that needs that much filling in, but I like to have a nice defined line underneath. And then I also, for this brow, this tail is particularly patchy and a bit sparse, so I really do need to fill that in a little bit. And then again just taking whatever's left on the brush and filling in the very top of my brow. Next I'm going to fill in the very inner part of my brow just a little bit. I don't take it all the way to the edge, I just make sure it's a little bit more even because I find that there's some sparse patches in the front of my brow, so I'm just taking whatever is left on the brush. I'm not taking any more products because then it looks too unnatural, and I'm just running it through the front of my brows to make sure that everything matches. Now I'm just taking a little bit more concealer on that 322 Waver brush, and just to clean up any mistakes that I might have made when I was filling them in, just to make sure they completely match. And then again I'm running through my brow with the spoolie. And that is my brows filled in. Now, to make it an easier job when I'm applying my foundation later, since I always do my brows first if I'm doing a completely glam look, I like to take some more of that concealer and just kind of fill in round about the top of my brows. because there's nothing worse than when you just spend ages making sure your brows look amazing and then you go to apply your foundation and it ends up smudging your brows. I've been there, I've done it so many times and it's so irritating. So I just like to take a little bit of concealer on that same Suave brush and just use it to create a kind of barrier around about my brows, and that just minimises the chance of any of your brow, like especially the tail. The tail is always the bit that gets smudged. If you're a bit careless with your foundation, this really minimises that and makes sure that your brows remain looking fabulous throughout the rest of your makeup application. Now the last step is to set my brows in place with my trusty Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. This brow gel is like hairspray for your brows. Once you put this on, they're not going anywhere. So I'm just running that through my brows to set them in place. And that is my glam brows complete. So I really hope you enjoy this tutorial and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!